Let our hearts not be hardened to those living on the margins. There is a room at the table for everyone. This is where it all begins. This is how we gather in. There is room at the table for everyone. Too long we have wandered, burdened and undone. But there is room at the table for everyone. Let us sing the new word in. This is how it all begins. There is room at the table for everyone. There is room for us all. No gift is too small. There is room at the table for everyone. There's enough if we share. Come on, pull up a chair. There is room at the table for everyone. No matter who you are, no matter where you're from, there is room at the table for everyone. Here and now we can be the beloved community. There is room at the table for everyone. There is room for us all. No gift is too small. There is room at the table for everyone. There's enough if we share. Come on, pull up a chair. There is room at the table for everyone. There is room for us all. No gift is too small. There is room at the table for everyone. There's enough if we share. Come on, pull up a chair. There is room at the table for everyone. Let our hearts not be hardened to the living on the margins. There is room at the table for everyone. This is how we gather in for everyone.
So welcome, everybody, to our new member service of 2024, because there is room at the table for everyone. My name's Joe Brito. I'm a member of the congregation, and my pronouns are he, him. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the Universalist Unitarian community of Halifax, an open-minded and open-hearted spiritual community for curious and compassionate seekers. As a community, we recognize that the truths of the universe are too complex to be summed up in any one religious tradition's dogma. So instead of focusing on creeds and beliefs, we focus on cultivating relationships, community, and responsible action in this life. We draw meaning and wisdom from many sources in spiritual practice and have proclaimed for decades that love is love and love is divine, that gender and sexuality are experienced and expressed in a beautiful spectrum of possibilities. So whoever you are, you're welcome here. We acknowledge that not everyone participates in worship in the same way and invite you to participate in any way that feels most comfortable to you. And we also recognize our friends on Zoom. So we don't have a musical thing for this, but I kind of wanted to do the gathering song because it is our new member service, and we're all gathering here. So actually, I have like a real honest to goodness singer. So we could. Do you know this song? I do know this song. Would you like to lead us now? Sure. You can. You can come up here and lead it with me if you don't mind. And then we've got this, and then we can all kind of just follow along. We're all going to have a go together. Okay. I'll use this mic, but you can use that mic.
Okay.
Okay, so. Oh, no.
The mic's not there?
No. So we're good.
Okay. Do we stand as we're able, or do we?
We stand if we're able, exactly. That's a good idea.
Okay, and let's do the gathering song. 1, 2. We are here together in this holy moment, and we're grateful for the winding road that brought us to this place. We are here together in this holy moment, and we're grateful for the winding road that brought us to this place.
That's Alex, everybody, if you guys don't know. And we are very, very grateful to have her here. There's another bit for you at the end, Alex. So, thank you very much. Leslie Robinson is on Zoom, and I think is standing by to do our climate and land acknowledgement.
Yes, thank you. Good morning, everyone. June has been the National Indigenous History Month. And in Canada, that means we remember the First Nations of many different kinds, the Inuit and the Métis. And so again, let us acknowledge that we here are on the historic homeland of the Mi'kmaq people. And may we continue to keep this in mind through the year as we seek to live in harmony with all our relations. We also acknowledge the continuing climate crisis and the need to be persistent in sharing ideas for building a better future for everyone. The following comes from a recent update from the Climate Story Network that some of you I know are following. Acoma Holdings recently celebrated the 103rd anniversary of the opening of its first building in Cherrybrook, Nova Scotia. That building was originally opened as an orphanage for Black children in 1921. In 2023, they opened deeply affordable housing in the form of 8 two-bedroom homes and rented them out at between $650 and $1,000 a month. And those, of course, are now full, so the plan is to build additional, even larger homes. Everything is energy efficient, right down to the appliances, says Veronica Marshman, Acoma's property manager. Also, Acoma recently installed 2 electric vehicle chargers, though Marshman says that people have been slow to use them so far. They plan to continue hosting open evenings, educating people about electric vehicles and other ways to lead greener lives. Marshman says, we're persistent. We'll continue. Yes, development, but also recognizing our environment. We need to be so aware of what we are doing to our environment. I've got grandbabies. I want them to be able to enjoy it.
lighting this flame as our promise that in our short time on this earth, we live intently and deeply with love for one another, with honesty and integrity, to be guided by all rational thought and critical thinking with a sense of shared responsibility. And so for the simple purpose of caring for one another, of helping one another along the sometimes joyful and sometimes painful and sometimes inexplicable path from birth to death, let's take a moment to share our joys and sorrows and complex truths with each other. If anybody has a joy or a sorrow that they'd like to say, you can come up here. Here's the microphone. We can light a candle for you or for whoever you would like. So let me know if you'd like to come up.
Thank you. Two things this morning. One is just light a candle for Glinda, just to know we're thinking about her and wishing good things for her. The second one is about Phil Silver, who was discharged from hospital and was sounded very cheerful the day I called, and he said, yeah, I'm just going to sign the papers and I'm going and I feel great. So that's a good light, the candle. Can you do it? I don't know how to do it.
A new baby is always a joy, and I'm lighting a candle for Ariana's first visit to our church.
Good morning, Ettaham. I have a joy. It just happened minutes ago. I just loved that video of There Is Room at the Table. It was just totally delightful. And I'm going to get the link for it, and I'm going to send it to everyone in my address book. And I'm going to say this thanks to the YouTube and to the author of the song and the UUCH of Halifax. This is who we are.
Show Aliana to the folks online.
Okay. Go ahead, Leslie, you're all up.
Yes, I've got good news. This last week, the Hussein family of 3 arrived in Yarmouth as refugees, sponsored by the Refugee Support Group, Yarmouth Refugee Support Group. And we're in partnership with the church, this church in community in Halifax. That's the way the process goes. And many of you may not realize that we do have this connection between our 2 communities. Now, this family of 3, originally from Ethiopia, Aziza has lived for over 20 years in a large refugee camp, something like over 140,000 people in that refugee camp. She lived there for over 20 years, and there 2 youngest children were born, and they're now still with her. Arafat and Subeda are now young adults, but they're still one family together. And now reunited with their sister, Dunia, and she came from the same refugee camp, of course, 4 years ago. So we're delighted by this good news, and thanks to the community in Halifax for helping make this happen. So please light a candle for the Hussein family now here in Yarmouth. Thank you.
It's done, Leslie. Thank you very much.
Well, a third thing that I forgot to mention last week, and I almost forgot this week, is that Riley graduated from his college, and he's a free man now.
He's a free man. Any more for any more? So for all the joys that are hard to share, for the sorrows that can be difficult but can help us grow, for the complex truths that we hold in our hearts that maybe we're not sure how to express just yet, and for all the things that keep us afloat in the sea of life. So it's our new member service today. And when I was asked to lead this service, I was thinking about when I was a management consultant, which may not seem like it connects, but maybe it does. Because one of the things I heard often when I was a consultant and when people joined a team was that the dynamic and the quality of the team changed too. Because it's not the same team with new members. That's not what it is. It's a whole new team. It has new hopes, it has new talents, it has new ways of doing things, because the new people who are coming in bring that to us. And I found that when I was a management consultant, that if you try to make that team run exactly the same way as it did before with its new members, it doesn't work. And it was encapsulated in an adage that I used to hear very, very often, which is new members, new team. That meant that when we gain new members, we don't continue and assimilate them into an existing team. It means that the team flexes and adapts to the new people in their midst. New members, new team. Perhaps you've seen that in your own working life. And that's as true for a team of colleagues as it is for a community. So for those of you who watch Star Trek, UUCH isn't the Borg. It doesn't strip individuality from people and demand that they become a certain thing. Here, individuality is encouraged and is the lifeblood of who we are. Because when new members join us, it's not that they adapt to us, it's that we all adapt to each other. Not just at the edges, but at the core of our community. New members give us the chance to see ourselves from a different angle, to explore what it means to be part of the UUCH community with fresh eyes. So today, we welcome 3 new members, Clement, Sylvie, and Mitchell. So let's think about what this community means, what it means to us all, and what we're sharing. As far as I can see, this community is made up of humanists who look for meaning in the life we choose to live. It's made up of pagans and witches, and Jews and Christians and Buddhists and spiritual seekers and people who are none of any of those things. Most of us have questions. We're seeking truth with a capital T. We're pilgrims looking for sanctuary and travelers needing harbor from a storm. There are those of us who are holding on by a thread, determined breakers of chains of loneliness and isolation. There are those of us who push through our fears because something told us that we deserve to belong and want to live in community with other people. There are those of us who braid hopes again and again, ones who've been here for each other and seek to give them the hand of community and let them all know that they can rest here. We are those who seek spiritual and religious community, not just for ourselves, but for our children and our grandchildren. And the children and the youth who come here give us the gift of their wisdom, their joy, their curiosity, and their trust that we will hold everything that they give us safely. We strive to make this a tender place. We aim and sometimes succeed for it to be a bold place with a radically generous heart. We are the stewards and the ushers not only of this building, but of our circle of belonging. We commit and we recommit to being accountable to each other, and we commit to exploring new ways of thinking and being. In this community, when we break our agreements with each other, we strive to offer amends, to be humble. In this place, there is the possibility of healing, of repair, of making things right within ourselves, between us, and with the wider world. In this place, there is possibility.
Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving. Come, come, whoever you are. Ours is no caravan of despair, for it doesn't matter if you've broken your vows 1,000 times before, and yet again, come again, come, yet again, come again, come again, come again, come.
Come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshipper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come yet again, come
Mitchell. Hello, hello. We are glad you came. I've explained a little bit about the community that you're joining. Possibly you've heard all that before. But still, you said that you want to be part of this community. So our custom is to sign a book over there. But before we do that, what I'd like to do is invite you to share what led you to this moment and why you wanted to join UUCH.
Thank you so much. Good morning. UUCH for me is more than a family. UUCH for me, for my family, is more than what I can expect from other, even in my own family. UUCH gave us new life, new hope, new starting, new joy, new everything. I'm grateful and happy to join, not only as a Unitarian, because I am from 2008, me and my family, but to share with you your big heart, your compassion, your everything, your mission. So I bring new skills. I'm a musician. I'm also available for anybody who will need me, need my hand, need my advice. I will be there for everybody, anytime, anyway. I bring also joy and positivity I have, and experience, and I will also expect, and I also need to learn from you, grow with you. And I will also participate with Jessica in a music project she has, and we make a very huge and big choir. So I'm fully available for UUCH to improve, to be a positive change, or to bring positive ideas, everything. So I prepared a speech, not now, so only to mention two reasons I joined UUCH. First, it's my journey when I was a refugee in Uganda. In February 19, 2020, we got the first email from Vida saying, Clement, you have sponsors. So there is a long email, I didn't read it, and later we got Marine Chenier email introducing us to everything. So in Uganda as refugees, receiving Marine emails changed everything in our lives. Even Olan, that one, knew Marine was sending emails. When you said, when Sylvie were saying, were telling us, I have Marine email, everybody were laughing. Because Marine gave us, Marine was a leading person for UUCH to, you know what you did. But Marine emails changed positively our life, gave us hope, and it gave us possibility to think for our future. So we are connected more than you can think to you as a community, because she was representing you, addressing us, and giving us hope. So not only you helped me, you sponsored me, but you gave me life, you saved me. So I'm happy to join you and to be with you today. I'm sorry for my poor English, but...
No. I think you can apologize for your poor English when I apologize for my Ugandan.
Good morning, all. I'm here. My name is Sylvie Nyiramana. I'm the wife to Crema. So he has said all, so it's easy for me. But being a Unitarian and experience what we experience with UUCH, it's so like amazing, you know, because when I was learning English, there is a proverb I liked. In other words, they taught us, you know, our English was not our first like language. We learned it as we grow. So there is a proverb that is saying, a friend in need is a friend indeed. So that one stayed since many years in my head, but now today UUCH, it's the example. Because when we were in need, we got some friends. And we are here today to experience and to join you, and you know, as the times goes on, we'll be able also to pay back forward to other people. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello. My name is Mitchell, and the question was, what brought me to this moment? I didn't grow up under any kind of religious institution or teaching, and I didn't really understand faith or belief, and I kind of pushed that away from me for a long time. In university, my family had no association to Unitarians, and but in university I took a class, a women's studies course, which ended up being probably one of the more valuable classes I took in my engineering degree. And we had a Unitarian minister come in as a guest to speak, and kind of gave a talk about what it was all about and how they construct their community not around specific beliefs but around core values, and that spoke to me. But I kind of put that to the side and said, oh yeah, that's cool. I'm pretty busy right now. And then I think the what brought me here to UUCH, you know, it almost was crystallized in those kind of opening words of curious and compassionate seekers. When I started a couple years ago to kind of find those qualities and extend curiosity and compassion to myself, I started to see it more in the world, and I found a sense of my spirit that I never knew was there or believed in. And I said, okay. I went into nature enough. I've seen it. Now I need to find a place to practice this and share this. So remembering my experience hearing of the Unitarian Church brought me here with curiosity and compassion, and I arrived. I think the first service I attended was like a general meeting or something, and I said, oh wow, what a interesting, unusual, and kind place this is. I think I will fit in here, and so far that seems to be the case. Thank you.
So you guys, what I'd like to do now is invite you to sign our book, to join with the members that have passed before you, those that have passed on, and those that are here today. This book is a symbol of how we all write this community story, that each name is a chapter in our collective stories. So we've talked about how we as a community change and flex because Clement, Sylvie, and Mitchell are joining us. So let's take a few minutes to hear from our new members, to learn about them and the gifts that they'll be bringing to this community.
Thank you. I have a short speech. Instead of singing, I have prepared some songs, but when Jessica will be back, we will perhaps sing. So I would like to thank you all for welcoming us into this vibrant Unitarian Universalist community. Today, as we stand before you, we are filled with immense gratitude and a profound sense of responsibility. Gratitude is the cornerstone of our hearts. We are deeply thankful for the warm welcome, the open arms, and the shared values that define this community. In a world that often feels fragmented and divided, finding a place where diversity is celebrated and everyone is embraced with love and respect is truly a blessing. Your acceptance of us as the new members reaffirms our beliefs in the inherent worth and dignity of every person. For this, we are profoundly grateful. As we embrace this new chapter, we also recognize the responsibilities that come with being part of this community. It is a responsibility to uphold the principles of Unitarian Universalism, justice, equity, compassion, and free search for truth and meaning. We are committed to actively participating in our shared mission of building a more inclusive, compassionate, and just world. This means listening with an open heart, engaging in meaningful dialogue, and contributing our time and talents to support our collective goals. Moreover, it's our duty to honor the legacy of those who have come before us, who have paved the way for this community to thrive. Their dedication and passion serve as an inspiration for us to continue their work with vigor and enthusiasm. As new members, we are eager to learn from each of you, to grow alongside you, and to contribute to the ongoing evolution of our community. In closing, I want to express my heartfelt appreciation for this opportunity. Together, let us strive to embody the values we cherish, to support one another in our journeys, and to create a world where everyone feels a sense of belonging and purpose. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us. As me, I've brought a gift to the church. This is a handmade African art craft. It's from banana leaves. So in Africa, we eat bananas, the main source of our food, you know. Everything on banana, the leaves, the fruit, everything we use it. It's meaningful to us. So I decided, I carried it from Africa when we were coming. I didn't know, like, I just brought it. I didn't know what I was going to use it, but when Joe told us, it came direct to my mind, it belongs here, you know. So that's why I brought it today. It has a house now, you know. It has been in the closet for so long. So you can either use it to put fruits when we are having some services, or you can anywhere, you know, the people in charge, they will define where it belongs. It can be also, it can be like a decoration on the wall. So it's here to serve the church as well as me. I'm here to serve the church. I have so many talents, you know. I'm passionate about women. That I'm a board member of international. It's in the U.S. So we help empower women everywhere. I was elected last year, so everything empowering people. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm good at that. I can serve. Can do hospitality. I can visit people in the hospital. So any department about passion, giving, I'm candidate. I'm passionate about that. So I look forward to this journey. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. And I actually already have, thank you for this, Sylvie. I already have a purpose for it. So do you remember before I was saying to you about how we were going to write a nice thing, our reminder, the thing that we enjoy, is what I should say, about Halifax that we would give to Ben when he gets here. So I'm sure people want to see this basket. So when you come and see the basket, you can also write your favorite thing that you love about Halifax, and we can give that to Ben. So thank you very much. It gives.
Thank you. So, in thinking about what the gifts are that I bring here, and what I might say, what I might do, I realize that what I must do is honor the practice that has given me much in my life, which is improvisation, improvised comedy, improvised theater, but really it's something that we know and understand as children, and have to kind of give a name to so that we can unlearn it as an adult. So that's something that's been with me since I was a teenager, almost half my life now, and has given me many things in many friends, many values that are similar to what we value here. So I was thinking I could get a suggestion from you, a word of inspiration, and maybe we can find something to say about it. Just shout it out. So it could be a thing or an idea, so it could be like the rain. Let's do rain. It's a beautiful rainy morning today. I love the rain. I find it very calming. Of course, there are times where we get caught in the rain. We get caught in a moment we're not expecting, or an inconvenience we're not expecting. But that feeling when you're inside and you're looking out the window and you can just hear it, and you say, I'm nice and warm with my book or my cup of tea. To me, that's a feeling of peace. And I think it's, we could look at today, this new members service, and say, wouldn't it be nice if it was bright and sunny? But I actually think it's more appropriate, because the rain is, it is change, and it is, as much as the wind is the breath, the rain is also the breath of the earth, and it's cleansing itself, it's recycling its nutrients, its energy. And I think we have all kinds of feelings around the rain before it happens, this kind of tension, we can just feel it in the air. While it's happening, we have this hopefully relaxed feeling. And then when it's gone, we get to step outside and smell the air in a beautiful way that is not available on a sunny day. So I guess I'll just say I'm grateful for the rain today and every day. Thank you.
So thank you. Thank you, you guys. You can stay there for a minute because we're going to, what I'd like to do is, community isn't a one-way street. It's the chance to grow and be sustained and to share, especially. And what I'd like to offer us is a chance as a community to speak directly to Clement and Sylvie and Mitchell, to welcome them here, and also to covenant with them for what it means to be part of UUCH. So this is a call and response, and the way I'd like to do this, it's in your order of service. If you have, great. So what I kind of did is I did sanctuary left and right, but actually what I think we do, how many people do we have on Zoom, Riley?
We have 5 people on Zoom.
Okay, so let's go, the people on Zoom, they're Sanctuary B. And Sanctuary A is just all of us here in the room. So Riley, this is going to feed back when you turn up the speakers. So I'll use this instead. And I'll put this over here. And I think you should be able to leave this up a bit so we can still hear some of the sanctuary. Do you want to turn up the speakers? So for those of you who are on Zoom then, if you could, I think you have the order of service. Your bit will be Sanctuary B, we're glad you're among us. And then the people in the room, we will do We Are Your Community, and obviously I'll do my little bit. So what we'll do is we'll just start with that little bit and practice so that we all kind of know what our parts are, and then I'll do the whole thing, okay? So I'll just read the first bit. You guys don't need to because we're talking directly to you. So we'll just practice for just a second. So I'll say, whenever you're yearning for others,
for you.
We're glad you're among us.
that is Zoom. So maybe we can turn them up
Okay.
a bit. Maybe we should change it a little bit. Maybe there should be a B. And maybe you guys can all help out Zoom, okay?
Okay.
Zoom can be with you. We're all doing our thing. All right. Okay. So, could you guys stand up? Mitchell, Clement, Sylvie, we are thrilled that you decided to be part of our community. And we haven't actually clapped yet, have we? But we'll do that at the end of this. But this is our community speaking to you. Whenever you're yearning for others,
We're
glad you're among us.
whenever you're not sure, whenever you long to go deeper, whenever you need a tender place,
Here for you.
Glad you're
among us.
whenever you need healing or have care to give, whenever you are curious or have something to teach, whenever you are in need of compassion or have love to give.
We're glad you are among us.
Whenever you see us, the young and the old, the innocent and the jaded, the fresh of mind and the deeply steeped, know that there is room here for each and every one of us. Know that there is room for your ideas, for your passion, that we will bend to accommodate you.
We're glad you are among us.
This community is what we make of it, each of us together.
From the light of days remembered burns a beacon bright and clear, guiding hands and hearts and spirits into faith set free from fear. When the far off
community member. Could you do the offertory? And while Mitchell does that, I'll just do a few announcements. So UUCH runs on all of our pledges and the volunteers who donate their time and their effort. And this week I'd like to thank Etterham for gathering the information and producing our weekly newsletter. And it keeps us all informed, and thank you very much for doing it constantly. Amy Moonshadow and Pam Griffin-Hody for gaining the grant to transform our front garden. So if you walked in and you saw that the garden was all changed, it was Amy's beautiful artwork and her skillful campaigning, from what I understand, that won us the grant. Because of her, our front garden is a welcoming community. A big thank you to Riley. So he did the technicals today, but he also made the coffee. And afterwards, there's a cake, which I thought we could all kind of chop up and celebrate Mitchell, Clement, and Sylvie's joining of our community.
Now we just need a site in the front yard.
Okay, the fire. The fire of community, it doesn't live in a candle or in an altar or in a vessel. It lives in our hearts. And I'm extinguishing this fire now, but we'll leave with it in our hearts and take it into our day and share it with everybody we meet, setting the world ablaze with love, compassion, and kindness. So if you'd like to rise for our closing song with Alex leading us on. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, anytime. Okay, let's go. 1, 2. We have spent time together, and these holy moments give us strength to go down the winding road until we meet again. We have spent time together, and these holy moments give us strength to go down the winding road until we meet again. And my prayer for you is a peace that's true until we meet again.
Alex, everybody. Thank you. So yeah, there is cake outside, and there is this. So if you'd like to see this that Sylvie gave us, also write something for Ben.